Hello everyone, it's trash time. Yes, we are going to go through all of my empties for the first part of this year, except for the cosmetics/makeup ones. I just wanted to hold it to everything except for cosmetics because I want to do the same thing that I did with my 2018 cosmetic empties or throwaways, whatever you want to call them, just to get a sense of how many actual makeup products I use in a year. Which, if you've watched my 2018 one, which I will link somewhere around in here, you will know that I didn't use up very much. And in fact, I had to throw away several items that were not used up, but because they just weren't useful to me or they weren't working or whatever, they went away. So I want to do that experiment again. I find it very interesting. But for the purposes of like empty type stuff, which I do find these somewhat useful, these videos when I watch them from other people, I find it interesting to hear what they use, what they have used up, what they repurchase and everything. So for the purposes of this video, I am only going to focus really in depth, not even that much in depth, but slightly in depth on several products that I do repurchase and reuse a lot. Other than that, I'm mostly going to just go very quickly through these products because a lot of these were just ones that I just used up because I just happened to have on hand, or I'd had them for a while and just wanted to use them, and then I'm not going to be repurchasing them. So this isn't going to be like a deep, long discussion about empties or anything like that. A few of the products I will go into detail on because they are ones that I do use very regularly. Other than that, most of this stuff is stuff that is just, I used it because it was there and it really wasn't any deeper than that. So let me go ahead and take these out of the bag, spread them out, put them in their appropriate categories, and we will get started looking at my empty stuff. Okay, so here are the products. Now, I mentioned that this is only about half a year's worth of products. I think it may have been sometime in July when I decided, I should just keep the empties to half of the year because I started looking, the bag was already full and I wasn't gonna be able to do a whole year, and nobody wants to hear me talk for a whole year's worth of empties. And in fact, I'm not gonna talk a whole lot about these items. These, most of these are not ones that I am either going to repurchase or reuse or whatever. These are things that I already have that I was trying to use up, etc., etc. In fact, when I'm looking at these, I'm looking at the items that I am currently using that I rebuy on a regular basis. And I think I'll do like a panning shot of these things because I'm sure everybody's fascinated to see what I have in my trash. But just so you can see an overall view of the stuff that I've used up. As I mentioned, this does not include my cosmetics. Those are going to be a separate video. I'm going to do a whole year's worth of that at the end of this year, beginning of next. So, wait for that if I'm still on YouTube because it's September. But anyway, so this is just like hair care, face care, skin care, body care, etc., not cosmetics. So I'm looking at all of this, and I'm looking at the things that I regularly use, that I am a repurchaser of, that are part of my routine. They are solid in what I do. These items are all that we're looking at right here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One of them is a hair care product. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are skincare, which doesn't surprise me. I am a skincare junkie. You may have noticed that. There's one other thing that I could sort of consider a regular thing, and that's the Paula's Choice Calm Redness Relief Mineral Moisturizer. I use this more for an SPF, but really what I use more than this is the tinted one. And it's it's like the anti-aging skin line. I can't remember what it is right at this moment. It's over on my desk. But anyways, but this is not, I don't use this specific product. But anyways, that is what I use out of everything that's over here that is trash, that is empty, that is going to be either going in the trash or being recycled. And I'm hoping it's actually going to be recycled when it gets to the recycling center. That's it. That's what I have. And those are the things that I'm going to talk about a little bit. Everything else is mostly just like, hey, I just happen to have it. I used it up. I'm not going to buy it again. The two things that I use from Trader Joe's like all the time, this is mainly what I go to Trader Joe's for, is their Nourish Dermatologist Formulated All-in-One Facial Cleanser. This is a really good, basic, just a simple face cleanser. I use this at night because it's great for taking off all the grime and everything. Once I've broken down my makeup, if I have not already, I will be doing a video specifically about cleansers and toners, because I'd like to go through each step of a skincare routine and talk in depth about the process. So this is my current favorite for like really good cleansing. And then the Trader Joe's Enriched Moisturizing Face Lotion. I don't use this on my face. I use it on my neck and décolleté because it's it's SPF 15, so not quite enough for my face. It's also a little more emollient than I would like on my face. I will tell you that right now I'm actually using an Ulta mineral sunscreen because I wanted to, one, take a little bit of a break from the Paula's Choice one that I've used consistently over several years, and wanted to look for an alternative, and that's something that I may talk about in a future video. Because as I mentioned, I'm a skincare junkie, but I love this Enrich. I love it for my face. My face, if I'm like, say, just going out to work in the yard and just want some extra protection, or for an everyday use, neck and décolleté to give those protection, because that needs to be protected too. We forget about that. I forgot about that for years. So I've got a little bit of damage here where I'm looking at that and saying, you know, I bet if I had used some like sun protection regularly, it might not look quite so bad. It doesn't even look that bad, but still, this gets sun too, so remember to protect it, and this is what I use. So there's two things that I use all the time. I go to Trader Joe's specifically in a lot of cases for them because they're just great, they're affordable, you don't need to spend a lot on skincare, you can get really great products that are really effective, that aren't at a big price point. Something from Paula's Choice that I do use regularly, I'm taking a little bit of a break from it right now because I am using a little sample of a Drunk Elephant product that I got as a birthday gift from Sephora. But typically I would be using the Paula's Choice Calm Repairing Serum for all skin types. This is a great morning serum for me because of my redness here on the nose and like on my cheeks from rosacea. And this is the kind of product that I would use to keep that down. But while I'm using the Drunk Elephant product, I'm taking a break from this, but this is something that I have purchased multiple times in the past. I apologize if there's noise in the background because there is a washing machine going, so I'm hoping it's not going to bleed through very much. So we'll see how that goes when I get into the editing process. And then another thing that I use religiously, if you want to call it that, and have bought multiple times is the e.l.f. Skincare Intensive Renewal Serum, 14% glycolic acid. This thing does not play around. If you are new to AHA products, I would not start with this. This is something that I'll go over when I talk about my skincare routine and how it has changed now that I'm moving into middle age, and this figures a lot into it because this is great for retexturizing your face, but it is serious stuff. 14% glycolic acid, does not mess around, but this is a product that I have bought multiple times and I will continue to buy it. A couple of things from Pacifica that I use. I use a micellar water. They have several different kinds, and I think I'm using right now the coconut water, and this is an empty coconut water, micellar water. I use this as part of my cleansing routine. I'll mention this when I talk about my cleansing routine. Cleansing starts before you wash your face. It starts with breaking down your makeup, and this is part of what I use for that. And then this is the Coconut Milk Cream de Foam Face Wash. I am currently using their Crystal Clean or something like that face wash, but I like using their face washes in the morning because they don't usually have quite enough power to remove like makeup and oil and things like that at night, but I do like using them in the morning. This is one part of my skincare routine where I'm not as hardcore about no fragrance because almost all of Pacifica's products have fragrance. Drives me crazy about their line, but so be it. But I do like their cleansers, and a cleanser is going to be washed off, so I'm not quite as like crazy about needing it not to have fragrance. So this is something I also repurchase. And then for hair, love this Andalou Naturals Sunflower and Citrus Styling Gel. And yes, I cut all of my tubes open because that's how you can get every last bit out. The bad thing about tube packaging is you usually can't recycle it. That drives me nuts. But this is a great gel for my hair. I made you a video about my hair because my hair is swavy and it's now gray, so it has changed a lot. So I made you a video about my hair because it is a swavy type of hair. It's not really curly. It's more wavy, and now it is gray, so it has changed a lot in how it reacts to the world around it and to styling products. But this is a styling product I have bought. I have lost count of the number of times I have bought this, and when I talk about my hair, I will mention this because it is my favorite hair gel, and I have to use hair gel. I can't use creams. I can't use those styling cream type things. They don't have enough hold, and I'll explain when I talk about my hair. But this is another product I buy all the time. And of everything that has been out here, that is pretty much it as far as the stuff that I buy, like, is a regular feature of my life. All of these other products are things that I just had and was using up. Or, you know, I could use anything like body washes. I don't really care all that much. So I use the Trader Joe's Refresh. It's a citrus body wash. It's nice. It's affordable. I like it, but I like changing up my body gels, my shower gel type things. I like doing different fragrances, and I do like Bath & Body Works. I actually used to work for Bath & Body Works for a few years. So I do like their products. I know that they're not really truly cruelty-free because I think they sell in China, but okay, but I do have some of their products because, you know, we all need our seasonal body washes, don't we? If you're like me. So I have the Spice Gingerbread Swirl. That was, I think, last holiday season. It smells really good. It's a very strong fragrance. A lot of their stuff has a really strong fragrance, so if you don't like strong fragrances, and then the pumpkin spice, spiced pumpkin cider body cream. And I do like their body creams, but again, the tube packaging is not recyclable. That drives me. I like that you can cut it open and use every little bit, but I hate that it's not recyclable, so it drives me crazy. And it is so scented that it has been in that bag for months and I still smell it. It is like so strong. So if you don't like heavily scented, this stuff would not be for you. Hair care. I got a couple of bottles of items from my friend Amanda, which was very much appreciated, but it's not something that I would want to continue to use. And that's the Love Your Curls sulfate-free shampoo and conditioner. They're fine. They're good. They are very heavily scented, so I didn't really like that. And the conditioner was okay, but I like my AG Hair Cosmetics one. And again, when I talk about my hair care routine and how I've had to change it now that my hair is graying, and a lot of it is gray, I've noticed that the texture has changed and I'm having to deal with some different stuff with that. So the conditioner was okay. I like my AG Hair Cosmetics. The shampoo was fine as well. But again, really heavily scented. So if you're not into really heavily scented products, these would definitely not be for you. And I don't think they're terribly inexpensive. I think they're a little pricey, which I'm willing to pay that for hair care because my hair is so picky, but just know that. The OGX Renewing Argan Oil of Morocco Intense Moisturizing Treatment. I used it as a shave cream because I did not like it on my hair. So that's one good thing about a conditioner type product or a hair treatment product. A lot of them can be used for shaving if you don't like them on your hair. So at least they have that purpose, so you don't waste it. Not Your Mother's Beach Babe Texturizing Hair Cream. I don't need it because, again, my hair has changed, and I find that texturizing products like that and the Amika Undone Texture Spray, a lot of times they just get really sticky in my hair, and so they just don't work. Maybe they worked better for me when I was coloring my hair, because I used to color my hair red, and so maybe that worked better then, but now I find that it just gets sticky and it just doesn't do what I want it to do. And I don't know, maybe things have just changed. I got a sample of this It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In product when I was buying something at one of those professional stores. I knew a beautician at the time, and so I would go with her and was able to make purchases because I was with her, because she had a license. I actually think I ended up pouring some of this down the drain because I just didn't like it. The fragrance was just too much, and I didn't see that it was doing anything for my hair. Okay, one thing from Weedod, two things from DevaCurl. The Ultra Defining Gel from DevaCurl is really good. I used this as a first step in the shower to start styling my hair, and I like it, but I find that I can just use that onto the naturals in the shower and then use it when I get out of the shower to do my finishing styling. So no reason to keep buying two different products, and the Andalou Naturals is less expensive Diva Curl Whip It Good. This I got as a part of a kit, which I did like. It came with a full-size shampoo and conditioner, and then came with some styling products. And this Whip It Good is nice, but it again is a cream. Creams just don't work on my hair. They don't give me enough hold. I need more. I need more. And then the WeDot Advanced Climate Control Defrizzing Conditioner. I did like this. This is just a little small bottle that I was using just to try it out. I like it, but I think I like the AG one even better. And the AG one, usually at least a couple times a year, goes on sale at Ulta, so I buy it then. I buy it when it goes on sale. One more hair care product, Aveda Rosemary Mint. I like this. It's probably a little too much to use regularly, but it is a pretty good clarifying shampoo, which you do need to do when you're using the more intensive types of hair products, especially like conditioners and things like that, that are depositing a lot of product on your hair or a lot of treatment type things. So doing a clarifying shampoo is good, and I like the Aveda products. They're now cruelty free. Yay! So little bunnies don't get tortured to make them. Okay, and last three things, all skincare. I mentioned the Redness Relief Mineral Moisturizer. Don't need to mention that again. I tried the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Hydrating Serum, which I liked. I don't think it was quite enough for me though. And I bought this mostly because actually I think I used my Ulta money on it. So I didn't actually spend my own money. I used my Ulta money, although it was spending my own money that earned me the Ulta money. So it took my money to get that anyways, but it was fine. It just wasn't quite enough. My skincare, especially at night, I want a lot. I want a lot to go on. I want to feel like I'm really doing something because I have aging skin again. I have wrinkles. I don't just have fine lines, I have wrinkles. I mean, there's nothing fine about them. I am not fine at all with the lines. So I find it interesting that they're called fine lines, because they're not fine with me. And finally, the e.l.f. Hydrating Water Essence. Essences are a big deal. I think I may do a video focused on those because they're such a big thing, especially for people who are into Korean skincare or Asian skincare routines, primarily Korean. One big issue I have with this, well, two. It has a lot of fragrance in it, and anything that is sitting on my face, I prefer not to have fragrance. This does. And it is not, no, wait, it is recyclable. I thought it wasn't. Okay, I only have one issue with it. It has fragrance in it, but it's recyclable. Yay! So okay, I forgive them for that. That was totally my mistake for not seeing that. But yes, fragrance, I don't like fragrance in skincare. I may even do a whole video about fragrance in skincare and why I have issues with it and why it's not good for your skin, because I have problems with it. All right, and so that's it. That is what I used for the first half of this year. As I mentioned, there are only a few of those products are products that are a regular feature in my routines, whether they be skincare or hair care. My body routine is pretty laid back. I am not terribly picky. I am far more picky about my facial skincare and about my hair care than anything else. I find that my body doesn't really have any issues with most products. I can use scented products and it's not a big deal. And I'm not like crazy about it because my face is more of an issue, because as an actor, I guess you could say it's kind of our moneymaker. This is what people see. This is what people are dealing with. This is what I'm having pictures taken of, and this is what they're looking at first. So this I'm very serious about taking care of. And of course the hair too. But that's pretty much it. So I hope this was amusing, if nothing else. If it was helpful, I am so glad it was. I've learned a lot keeping these things and seeing how I use things and what I use, and learning how to be more financially responsible with the things that I'm buying, and learning I don't need a stockpile of products. And the biggest issue with stockpiling that I have noticed in my life, when I stockpile stuff, I sometimes will find that when I start going through it and start hitting some of that stuff that's been sitting there for a while, I don't really want to use it. Like if if I've done a couple of different shower gels, then of the same fragrance, then by the time I get to bottle number 3, I'm like, I'm tired of this. I want something different. Or maybe my tastes have changed and it doesn't work for me, or my skin has changed. And so this product that I bought multiples of, doesn't work for me anymore, or I just get tired of it and I just want something different, and I want to try something different because new products are coming out all the time. So I've learned that I don't, except for a very few products, I really don't need to be buying extras. I don't need to be doing the whole stockpile type of action, which helps with spending money. It helps with keeping my spending down and spreading my spending out in a much more manageable way, rather than trying to buy a whole bunch of stuff at once and then having to go through it and then finding that things aren't working for me, or I just have gotten tired of it and I want to do something new. So I've learned that from going through this process. So I would encourage all of you out there to do that as well, because we live in a really consumerist society where we're really encouraged to buy, we're encouraged to use our coupons. We are, if you are on the Ulta or Sephora mailing list, either with email or you get their circulars. I know Ulta still sends out a little catalog about once a month. And you look at all the marketing in there and you look at all the encouragement to buy stuff. It's almost overwhelming when I think about how things were when I was growing up, how different it is, how many more products there are, how many more businesses are putting things out, how many more makeup brands and skincare brands there are. It is just, it's insane in some ways. So this process has been very helpful for me to look at my own spending habits, to look at what works for me, what is no longer working for me as I've gotten older, as I have changed sort of physically over the years, and as I continue to change. I'm going through, ask any woman who's gone through menopause. I'm not going through menopause yet, I don't think, but I will, probably in the not so distant future, and things are going to change again. So, I don't need to have a whole bunch of extra stuff. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, please give the video a like. Please share it with anyone you think could find this information useful. Please subscribe if you would like more of this kind of content. I do things that are beauty and skincare related. I also talk a little bit about the acting world because I am going to be going back into that. So if you want something totally different, stay tuned for some of that. And of course I talk about financial stuff too, because that all goes together, believe it or not. So thanks so much for being here, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.